All right, so we're watching Agent Zero's class at Streamer University, Pocketwatching 101. Now, before we start, I just want to clear something up here because this conversation might get confused. Now, there's good pocket watching and there's bad pocket watching. Good pocket watching is when you're trying to figure out how somebody made the money they made. You're asking questions, you're networking with people, you're trying to figure out, okay, you did this to get that. Okay, this is the potential that this platform has, this potential that this strategy has as far as making money. That's good pocket watching. Bad pocket watching is hating. Be like, oh, he's lucky. He got that. He got that because of somebody else, or it's fake or whatever. And then there's also Degron. Like, yo, he's so rich, man. He give more money than everybody. That's bad pocket watching. So I just wanted to clear that up. There's a difference between networking and neck working, if you get what I mean. All right, let's get to the video. This is the class I wanted to see the most, to be honest.
Come on in, man. Come on in. Thank you for making it. Thank you for making it. Professor Agent. Professor Agent.
So sorry.
Professor Agent.
Nice to meet you.
It's Professor Agent.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. Oh wow. Yep. It's gonna be packed.
It's gonna be a full class today.
Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, the elevator works too.
They trying to learn how to get to that bag. I fuck with
How do you
it.
expect to see this?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. You're serious about learning, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
I'm ready to learn.
Cause you're not bullshit.
No, I'm not bullshit.
I'm about to say, cause it's a generous, small leprechaun that paid for everybody tuition, bro.
Yeah, no,
you
bro.
don't want to bullshit, bro.
He said it's a generous
I ain't
leprechaun.
even have financial aid. Donald Trump, they canceled it. See how you get here?
They did?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Damn.
So Kai's my only hope.
Okay, well, hey, we got to get this class started. Just tear up, man. Welcome to Pocket Watching 101. Today, we're learning how to watch pockets, man. It's pretty simple. By the end of this class, you should be able to look at the person beside you and have an exact estimate on how much money they make as a
How you have an
content creator.
exact estimate?
It's not
What?
hard. All the information is publicly accessible. You just need the framework. So we're gonna do some exercises to help you guys get right so that everybody can become a professional pocket watcher.
I mean, you could use Twitch tracker. You can
I'm
use
gonna
the
give you
Twitch
an
tracker
example
shit.
of a rough month I had where I lost a lot of money, and then a good month I had where I made a lot of money, just to give you an idea of what my pockets look like so you could better watch other people's pockets. Okay? Only reason I'm really showing this is because, like, as you make more money, there's some people that actually just pocket the difference, but I'm a content creator. I've been a content creator since I was 12. I like to be able to do cool shit. So you don't get a chance to do that unless you start generating real revenue. In the months where I generate more revenue, I do cooler shit. In the months where it's a little bit slower, I had to slow it down. It's a
slow it
business
down.
at the end of the day. You
Desktop
can't run out of
streams.
money, otherwise you had to sell your house. If there's a company I like, I DM them. I DM Cinnabon 4 days ago. I DM Popeyes last month. I did a deal with them last week. So I just reach out. So this was a rough month for me, January, in terms of revenue. Chat, you know this. We had the weight loss marathon this month. It was expensive, bro. The house rental alone was $80,000.
350 bands.
On top of the rest of the expenses just for that marathon. I had to lose 25 pounds in 10 days. I gained all the weight back. But it was great content, though. It was fantastic content, and that's all that mattered. And there was the rest of the expenses during the month. The different segments that you do. Anytime you need to rent something, buy something, move something, transport something, flights you're booking for people, the team that you have, the payroll. It's a business, bro, so there's gonna be a lot of expenses, and it tallied up.
Yeah, that's one thing I wonder about, like with this stuff. Like when you're collabing with people, like you offering to fly them out, or I guess you would, being that you're the one inviting them. You want them; they're the talent, so you fly them in. You got to treat yourself like a business too. Like if a business wanted to do something with me, I would expect them to fly me out. So yeah, I guess I answered my own question then.
Up to 350,000, my nigga. It's a lot, bro.
Damn.
All of it is write-off. Every
Hey.
business expense is write-off. This whole thing, yeah. My personal expense is not in this because that would be personal revenue split. It's okay to spend money on idea even if you think it's not gonna make money. The reason why this was such a loser for us in terms of profit was because January has notoriously bad ads.
Yeah.
And we didn't anticipate it was gonna be that
Holiday
bad.
season.
If we do this in December, the weight loss marathon would have been very profitable. Companies don't pay for a lot of ads in the quarter one. January, February,
Yeah,
March.
Q1, yeah.
So what you want to do is, so essentially you're still going to make content, You're not gonna not make content in those months. But I didn't realize how big of a difference it was gonna be. And at the time, I think some niggas pull ads from Twitch. It was just a bad time for ads. And so I lost maybe like $100,000 on that. And I wasn't able to make the money back in the rest of the month, which is okay because I was happy with the content though. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of today's lesson is like, yo, it's cool to lose money as long as you're happy with the content, because there's gonna be other ideas you have that make money that's not that high lift, that's not that high production. This is what the revenue looked like for January on Twitch. You could tell it's a marathon because I had 300-hour stream.
Damn. Hold on. Let's pause this right here. $127,000 in 1 month. So you had a bunch of paid subs, you had the Prime subs, gifted subs, $4,000 in ads, $1,000 from Turbo. So Turbo is I think the people that could skip the ads with Twitch Turbo, but god damn, $127,000 in 1 month off of streaming is insane. $6,000 in 1 day. Some people don't even make that a month. I don't even make that much money in a month, and he made that in 1 day. That is insane. One day, y'all. We will get there. But let's continue.
I really want y'all to focus in on this though. This is why I'm saying ads are really underrated. Do you see this purple section here? Those are ads. If I remove the ads, my budget is eviscerated. So I'm saying it's underrated because it's the main way I get to do cool stuff.
Yeah.
It also helps convert subscribers because niggas want to subscribe if there's lots of ads, but I wouldn't recommend that because the main priority for small streamers is discovery. As you grow, I would recommend it more and more. But I really, truly believe it, bro. Like without ads, and you can see this split here, I pulled it up on purpose. Like on an average day in January, this is a marathon, so I was live the whole day. Keep in mind, there's ads playing the entire day, $4,000. And that's a bad day. Because if this was done in December, that's gonna be 20,000, 25,000. In the months where you are buying more, advertisers are spending more. Black Fridays, Thanksgivings, Christmases, that season hits hard. Summertime, people going on vacation. So this was Twitch, and this is what YouTube looked like in a little bit more of an optimized month.
YouTube. Damn, 84K, 17 million views, 3.8 million watch hours, 56K subscribers, and this is an up month. These green ticks mean you're doing more than usual. You're doing more than what you usually do. So 84K, and that's all to you, because when you go on the YouTube Studio, that's after like YouTube I do believe that's after YouTube takes their cut and all that shit. So that all comes to you. So that is insane. $84,000. Like YouTube, that's where you could really get the bag at. Twitch too, but you have to be lit on another platform to get lit on Twitch. So this is where you start, and then you move on to other platforms.
And keep in mind, like these are just clips from the stream, bro. So if we take a look, also I nailed it on brand deals. We had a lot of mega brand deals that month, and so the overall revenue was fantastic. Even though we spent $500,000, we still made money. You get what I'm saying? So I spent $500, but I made $800. So that's a winner for us. You want to win more than you lose, because that's how you stay in business. But if you
multi-millionaire right here, we talking about.
And I really want to say, like, now you have 282,000. What's your next big idea? You get what I'm saying? That's what money does. Like, what's your next big idea? Like Streamer University, boom. Like you guys all, I imagine, are creatives. Like you have good ideas in your notes.
And that's one. Hold on.
Textbook. I imagine, are creatives. Like you have.
And that is 1 month, bro. He made almost $800,000 in 1 month. Spent $500,000, still profiting over 6 figures in 1 month. There's people there's like, you got to be like a head director or something, or you got to be like a CEO or damn near CEO to be making this kind of money a year. There's surgeons that like neurosurgeons that don't make this kind of money, and he's making that in a month. And this is still something that's relatively new. Like streaming is still something that's relatively new. Like, and we haven't really seen, I don't think we've seen the peak of what these people can make yet, because it's still something that people are trying to get into, and that's trying to get popular. I mean, streaming's not new. Okay, let me rephrase. Streaming itself is not new. But it's like it's just now creeping into the mainstream. Like when the pandemic hit, like around that time, that's when that was like 5 years ago, that's just now starting to creep into the mainstream conscience, where it's not just some weird thing that people do on the side. This is nuts, bro.
Good ideas in your notes, in your textbooks, in your phone. Like, that's what helps make it happen. But it's not, but I also don't think you spend 100% of it on that, though. That's why Webull is sponsoring this right here. Because you should also invest it.
Indeed, get
whatever
sponsors.
avenue you choose to do it in. It could be real estate. It could be investing in stocks. It could be in whatever you feel comfortable in. Get informed. If you need a great trading platform, Webull is your platform. So this is the pocket watching cheat sheet. I'm about to hand it out to y'all, okay? This is gonna give you a nice average. What I want y'all to take from this is I'm giving you a few instances of what you can get on the lower end of brand deals, higher end of brand deals. Lower end of ads, higher end of ads. Lower end of monthly views on YouTube, higher end of monthly views on YouTube. The reason why I'm giving a range is because if you're in tech and finance on YouTube, you're at the peak. You get hella bread. You might make $15,000 from 1 million views. If you do pranks and IRLs, the chances are you're probably in the mid-range, 3,000 to 5,000. It's a huge behemoth of a difference. There's no way to just snipe it. You just have to account for the variables. I haven't looked at the chat all stream. I could be getting cooked. Am I getting cooked?
Don't let HMR.
I don't know. I never know what this is.
Don't let HMR CC.
Oh, the chat thing?
Yeah.
They're just freaking out.
It's crazy. They should be paying attention. He really trying to put them on game. Niggas is talking.
I'm Mr. Beast, but I did that trying to put as much back into it as I can. Every once in a while, I get myself fried, you know? But depends on RPM. You're right, but the RPM is the range. That's what I'm talking about. You know, finance niggas get a higher one. Prank niggas get a lower one.
Prank niggas get the low RPM, yeah. Gaming is just shit.
I want y'all to take a look at this cheat sheet.
I picked the worst genre to participate in. My shit is gaming. Like the RPM on gaming videos for shorts is like 15 cents. No, not even. It's less than that. It's like 4 cents or some shit. And then for regular gaming videos, long form is like $1.50. So I picked the worst niche to be in. You just got to get hella views if you're trying to make bread off gaming. I don't even really need that much because I already have a good job. I'm just trying to supplement, keep my head above water, and then I worry about getting rich later. Like shit, like it's hard though.
What you need to understand about pocket watching is that it's all variable. You'll make, hold on, quiet down. You'll make more money in September than you will in February. It's true. So that has to be accounted. Maybe you had a peak month. You can't say a nigga makes that every month. Maybe you had a bad month. You can't say a nigga makes that every month. It's impossible. So you have to account for all the variables. There's a lot. What ad rate they run, right? Even the length of their YouTube videos, because you could fit more ads in a longer YouTube video. That's why a lot of people run them VOD channels, because it's an 8-hour video, bro. You could spam that bitch with ads.
You could spam that shit with ads.
There's so many variables that this should give you a baseline. If you see a nigga with 2,000 live viewers and you looking at his streaming like he's probably running about half ads, you can calculate them, watch for an hour, see how much ads he's running. You can find out exactly how much that nigga makes. All right, man, now it's y'all turn to try, right? Let's give it a shot before I do it myself. Get in groups of 2, pocket watch. So all of that to say, it's just a formula. You have the cheat sheet. Just pace it. If there's a nigga getting 2,000 concurrent viewers, the metric is there for 1,000. Scale it up. Do a little bit of quick math, man. I think there's a lot of money in content.
Adrian,
Yeah.
I just pocket watched Talil, and I'll tell you guys how.
Tell me how much you made.
So Talil has a secret TikTok account that nobody knows. So that TikTok account, Talil posts 6 times a day.
Damn. 1 minute long?
He makes from that in a month he makes $134,400 in 1 month off TikTok.
Damn.
Snapchat, he posts 23 times a day because he likes LeBron. So when he goes to Twitter, he makes $35,000 a month. And then from Twitch, I didn't make $240K a month.
I love that initiative. Let's clap it up.
That's good money. That's good money.
No cap though. Deadass. That's how easy it is. Like you kind of have a lot of what I do is based on like what I'm hearing and even what I'm making. I can base it off of that. But you have the knowledge now. Like you can pocket watch whoever you want to. I also want to say like, there's a lot of money in content now, and that's a lot of the reason why people are getting into content. Those are frauds. Okay? A lot of you people here, the reason why you got here is because you genuinely enjoy creating content.
Let me stop him right there. I understand he's way more experienced than I am. His word is way more valid than mine, but I am also a content creator, and I've been doing so for several years. even before like I was purposely trying to do content, I was doing content. Like put it like that. I will say this. Ain't nothing wrong with getting into it because you want to get a check. I made a video on this years ago, like 2020. Like, let's not pretend that if these people would still be doing content at the level that they're doing it at, spending all this money, if they weren't getting paid. They would just go back to doing what they were doing when they weren't making money. They would just do probably a desktop stream every here and there, probably a little passion project here and there. They wouldn't be doing it to this scale. So, yes, now that people are making more money, more people are getting into it, just like any other job that's lucrative. Just so I don't want to say they were frauds, because I definitely was doing content in like 2010, and I got a letter from or email from YouTube saying that they were something about whenever they started talking about ads and shit, like I got a letter from them talking about the YouTube partner program and how I'm not eligible yet, but I'm close or something like that. So, I get what he's saying, but I wouldn't call these people frauds. Like you genuinely do have to love to do content, because at first you're going to be doing it for a long time without getting paid. I did it for 4.5 years without getting paid, but like, let's be fucking for real. The reason why you keep doing it and you keep upping the ante and doing greater content is just as much as the money you're getting paid, along with the fact that you love to do it. Like, let's be serious here. Let's keep it a buck.
You're a creative and that you want to see your ideas become reality. And so don't lose sight of the creative aspect because you're too busy chasing money, but don't lose sight of the money because you're too busy trying to be creative. At the end of the day, it's hand in hand. Your ability to do
there's
both
a balance.
Is your ability to operate and execute. Most dudes, before we head out, first thing you got to do is bet on yourself. If you're afraid to do the idea because you think it might backfire, you don't believe in yourself. That doesn't mean take dumb risks. All right? Some of my risks, as I showed you, did not pay off financially, but it paid off for me. It fulfilled me as a content creator. So once you start to generate more, work with that. Work with that. That's your operating budget. Now you have an opportunity to cook a little bit more. Help grow your stream. I think consistency is important. In my third class on Sunday, I'm going to get more into strategy on how to grow as a streamer and stuff I learned and stuff like that. And I also want it to be cooperative. Like, if there's things other people learn, we're going to share it as a class so we all learn. But for today, I'm really just focused on the pocket watching aspect. Bet on yourself, bro. If you don't believe in yourself, who the will?
Who gonna believe in you?
The purpose of this talk was I kind of wanted it to be funny, like packaging-wise, pocket watching. But I hope you at least learned like one thing that can help you make a little bit more money, bro. Deadass. I hope you did. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, y'all. Class dismissed, man.
That was a dope class. I think that Agent, so far the classes I've seen, I think it's Agent, DDG, and India Love that had like the best classes out of the streamer shit so far. I've seen, I know Duke is doing phys ed, but like phys ed is phys ed, bro. So you can do is you play dodgeball, you play basketball, you do a couple basketball drills, and that's about it. So I'm not trying to downplay them, but yeah, those are the top three professionals I've seen. Ben Nadon too, like he was talking about like not tricking. I think that's very important for young men to learn to not trick in the spot when a girl's trying to get you to trick, or a guy, or for women too, because men out here trying to fool women. So I think that's important as well. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I know I did a lot of yapping in this, but this is something that I was really interested in because I'm trying to get to that type of bag one day. So in order to, you want to play ball, you got to watch hoop. You got to watch people that play ball. You want to be a surgeon, you got to watch people that play surgeon. You want to be a successful streamer, you got to watch successful streamers. You want to be a successful content creator, you got to watch successful content creators. You get the message. All right, so y'all let me know. So y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So boy, JusticeXFalls will be out. One.